Senator from Florida.
Mr. President, with all that's occurred in our country over the past few weeks, I wanted to take a moment to bring everyone's attention to something that had a profound impact in my home state of Florida, and something that all Americans should take a moment to pause and reflect on. This weekend, the Navy's Flight Demonstration Squadron, they're most famously known as the Blue Angels, will take to the skies over Pensacola for the Pensacola Beach Air Show. It will be their first air show appearance in Florida since that fateful day on the 2nd of June, when they lost Captain Jeff Coos, a United States Marine Corps aviator, in the number 6 airplane in the Blue Angels lineup. Captain Coos, simply put, was an American hero. Like all Blue Angel pilots and the men and women who support the Blue Angels mission, Captain Coos was the very best of what our military and our nation has to offer. He was a war hero. He served our country proudly over hostile skies in Afghanistan. He was a decorated aviator who earned the Strike Flight Air Medal and the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal during his time with the Corps. I commend the Marine Corps for training such a skilled aviator, as well as Naval Air Station Pensacola, where he first started flying in 2007. Captain Coos was a hometown hero, a local boy from Durango, Colorado, who graduated from Durango High School and attended Fort Lewis College. He fulfilled the lifelong dream by performing a flyover with his teammates over Super Bowl 50, and then watching his Denver Broncos win their 3rd Super Bowl championship. And Captain Jeff Coos was a hero in his own home, a loving son to his parents, Janet and Michael, a devoted husband to his wife, Christina, and a loving father to his 2 young children, Calvin and Sloan. The same attributes that Captain Coos demonstrated throughout his life, service, sacrifice, loyalty, faith, devotion, they were all present in his final moments as well. He could have ejected, but instead he stayed with his plane and steered it away from a more populated area to spare any additional loss of life. I know that in our country today there is ample reason for pessimism. We hear plenty from various voices about what is wrong with our country. But let's take a moment to reflect on the life of Captain Jeff Coos and the Blue Angels, because they are everything that is right about our country. The love they share for one another, the sacrifices they make in service to our nation, and the devotion they have to their calling represents the very best of the American spirit. And the rumble of those engines over the skies of Pensacola this weekend will not just be a resumption of their duties as aviators and military professionals. It will be a tribute to Captain Coos and the life he spent doing what he loved. To the people of Pensacola, the cradle of naval aviation and the place the Blue Angels call home, the Blues are their team. Think about whatever major sports team you have in your hometown and the love the community gives those professional or college athletes who compete on national television. It pales in comparison to the bond that the people of Pensacola have to their home team, the Blue Angels. Our state and the community in Pensacola took the loss of Captain Coos very hard. To the people who saw him around town, he was Jeff, a friend, a neighbor, and someone to be proud of. And true to the spirit of Pensacola, the community has rallied to provide comfort to Captain Coos' teammates and to his family. I am so proud that my home state is the home to the Blues. I'm proud that Pensacola continues to embrace the Blues and to make every member of the Blue Angels family a part of the Pensacola family. I'm proud that the Blues will return to the Pensacola Beach Air Show this weekend. And I'm proud that the United States military, made up of extraordinary Americans like Captain Jeff Coos. So I ask all Americans to keep Captain Coos and his family in your prayers. Thank God for him, for our military men and women and the families who sacrifice alongside them, and for the freedom that they risk their lives to preserve. And I ask God bless Captain Coos and his family, and that God bless the Blue Angels as they fly this weekend and in the weeks, months, and years to come.